Following Rangers and Hearts in Europe with all the reaction here on Independence Live.
And hello, I guess that first day again, and it's your pals. No, sorry they can't be here today, so you've got me, and Graham and Reagan, for your tea time experience. I used to present a show years ago, guys, on the radio called the Lunchtime Experience because it was on. Why am I doing that? Anyway, big night for Scottish football in Europe. Of course, we've got Hearts taking on Dinamo Minsk in about 44 minutes or something. And also we've got Rangers kicking off at 8 o'clock at Ibrox against Lyon. So Graham and Reagan this year as always. But before we talk about the game, the team news has just come out, and hot off the typewriter, as we say back in the day. Maybe not. It's on computer now. So Graham has got the team news for tonight's game.
Yeah, so it looks like Hearts are going to line up 4-2-3-1, I think. So it's Craig Gordon in goal, back four of James Penrice, Frankie Kent, Kai Rolls and Adam Forrester. Then it'll be Benny Meningame and Cammy Devlin. In front of that, Alan Forrest, Barry Mackay, Blair Spittle and Lawrence Shankland. I've not got the bench, but it's a strong enough lineup. I'm kind of surprised again that Jan Dander's not starting. He is on the bench. I think Ola's on the bench as well. I would have started Jan Dander. I don't know what he's having to do to get in that team. Apart from that, it's not a bad side. It's kind of the side that I thought it might be. And they have to go and get the job done now. You know, it's a difficult game in a neutral venue. I don't know how we're going to cope with that, but I'm looking forward to this. Apprehension, nervous, excitement, and I just watched to get our first win under the belt because it's been far too long.
Reagan, how are you?
I'm doing good, Michael. I mean, I'm just disappointed you didn't get the dress code tonight. You know what I mean? You've no dressed in the Hearts.
Exactly, yeah.
The Hearts code. You know what I mean? Me and Graham have dressed ourselves up.
Exactly. Well, we have got the background up, so that must be enough. That, you know, and because I painted the walls, especially in my house as well. I can't get it off, but anyway, don't tell. So Graham, you mentioned Oda there. I mean, I think Oda's obviously me and Reagan's never saw Oda playing live apart from when he plays Circuit Rangers or maybe Hibs when it's on the TV. But I think he's a decent player, but he's just not been getting a chance.
I'll be honest, I'm not Oda's biggest fan. I think he's flattered to deceive. He's been here for 2 years now, and he's flattered to deceive. He's got pace, he's got ability, but he doesn't show it enough. That's, I think, why he doesn't start. He was probably, when I did my team selection a couple of days ago, he was probably in it, just for that bit of pace that he's got, but sometimes he's just a bit too negative for me. I want my wide players to take people on and get to the byline and put crosses in, and he doesn't do that enough. And in the time he's been here, he's got about 7 goals in 2 years. It's not enough. But if he comes off the bench today, hopefully makes an impact. A lot of Hearts fans do like him. A lot of fans rate him. But for me, he doesn't do enough. He's just a bit too negative for me at times.
Reagan, how different would it be to watch the game behind closed doors tonight? I'll be like watching the football in COVID times again.
Is it behind closed doors because they can't get a stadium, or is it behind closed doors because they've had a band game? I'm not kept up to date with that. You're probably better.
No, it's behind closed doors because they've had a lot to do with the war that's happening just now. They are basically kind of allies of Vladimir Putin, so their games are behind closed doors. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll be totally different. You know, a different experience for the players, but I think it actually may be better because usually when you go to these kind of Russian, Ukrainian crowds, it's kind of intense atmosphere. There's a lot happening, stuff like that, Graham. So it might actually help the players better.
I hope so. I mean, I don't know much about them. I know that I don't know what the Belarusian league is comparable to, But I know that they have played 20 games already this season, and they're sitting second in the league, and they're actually got 3 games in hand of the team that's top. So I don't know what to expect tonight. They're playing 4-3-3. I'm not even going to try and pronounce any of the names on their team sheet because it would butcher them.
Go on.
But nah, I couldn't even do that. But yeah, I mean, it'll be a difficult game, but we need to... these are one of the lowest ranked teams in our group. We're the favourites for this game, bizarrely, given the fact we've not won a game this season. But we have to go and show that. We've got a very, very good side out there tonight. It's a team that is capable of winning this game. Shanklin got his first goal at the weekend there. We need to say something tonight. This will be Liam Fox's probably second last game in charge after when he plays Aberdeen on Thursday. That'll be his last game before we're getting the manager in. So it's a big night for everybody. And we've got young Adam Forrester starting again at right back. 19-year-old made his debut last week. It's a big night for him. But I actually did say that I think playing behind closed doors might be a good thing for us. Certainly hope it is.
Graham, it's just brilliant to see Hearts back in Europe, but I mean, boy oh boy, you need a win at the moment to kick-start your season.
Yeah, I love European nights. Said that previously, especially European nights at Tynecastle. Obviously tonight a bit different, but I love European nights. I've just got a different feel about them. Like the atmosphere around the place is different. So yeah, this might be a good thing. Get away from the league for a bit because our league form has been pretty poor. European nights, I've heard folks say this is a free hit for us tonight. I don't agree with that. It's a game that I think Hearts should be winning. We should be better than this side. We need to go and show it. Yeah, it's no wins in 10 this season. And if you go back to the end of last season, it's no wins in 12. We have to put that right tonight. We have to get a win tonight, I think. So, I mean, I would probably take a draw just now, but I really want to win the game. And I would just like for a change this season to actually score the first goal because we've not done that yet this season. So yeah, I am nervous and excited, but I just want to see Hearts winning tonight and putting a decent performance in because I've not seen that all season yet, apart from the first game of the season.
And Graham, I think that's where the first game of the season can really be a kind of not a really great indicator because everybody was thinking great about Hearts. I mean, you had Danda coming out in the first week of the season saying that they might challenge Rangers and Celtic and stuff like that. Then you had people talking about the fact that they brought in Spittle, they brought in Danda, they brought in a lot of good players. So it just shows you that sometimes if the manager like Stevie A. Smith plays them in their own places, then it can take a long time to gel.
Yeah, it can. I mean, Jan Danda was really good first game of the season, and then he's pretty much been dropped every week, and I don't understand why. I mean, why are you signing a guy like Jan Danda, who's a creative player, something that we lack, and then not starting him? And especially tonight. Again, when the team sheet came out, Jan Danda was on my team, and he's not in it now. It's just, I don't know what's happened to him. Blair Spittle's come back in tonight, which is fine, and hopefully he's playing at the number 10 role and not as a CDM. But it's a big night for everyone tonight. Last Saturday against Ross County, Liam Fox didn't play any of the 9 new signings. Now he's got Jan Danda in tonight, and he's got James Penrice back, who I do like. I think Penrice is one of our best players this season. But they've got to start performing. But I genuinely don't know what's happening with Jan Danda, why he's not starting.
About Jan Danda, Graham, he must be saying to himself, why did I come to Hearts if I'm not getting the game?
I just said that to my mate earlier on as well before I came on. You must be thinking, like, have I made a mistake here? Now, obviously, Hearts are a far bigger club than Ross County. But the fact that he's not starting, and like Barry Mackay has not had a decent game for months and months and months, yet he starts tonight over Jan Danda. Again, I just don't get what Liam Fox is trying to do with that team. Now, hopefully Barry Mackay proves me wrong, goes and has a really good game. If we're struggling late on and we can bring Jan Danda on, then fine. But I'd be starting him. He's a creative player. I'd be starting him.
I want to ask you, Graham, obviously, there was talk on Saturday that we spoke about, and you were saying, well, if Liam Fox gets a good win at the weekend, then they might try and put him into a sort of managerial role. But you're glad to see the last couple of days. Is it sparked you up, the fact that they're now looking at a few managers?
I knew Liam Fox wasn't going to get it full time. We were never going to do that. And I think last week before the Ross County game, Andrew McKinley basically said that they told Liam Fox he wouldn't be getting it. Now, today there has been an update in the fact that we've had about over 100 applicants and they've managed to whittle it down about 7 or 8. And Andrew McKinley has actually said pretty much that the new manager will not be Scottish. So that definitely rules out the likes of Stephen Robinson and Derek McInnes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who we're going to get in. I'm interested to see who's on the short list because we don't actually know because it's not been said yet. But they need to get this appointment right. You know, we need to get a really good manager in who's going to spark something. Because I've said it before, that squad's a very good squad. We're not getting the best out of them, and a new manager has to do that. And I think after the Aberdeen game on Sunday, international break, I think we'll have a manager in before we get back after the break, which is good. But it has to be right. You know, there's no panic just now. I know that Tony Bloom's recruitment company is helping with the recruitment of that. I'm intrigued to see who we get in. I really am. Now, I asked a couple of folk that I know that kind of work with Hearts, is there any clear favourite yet? And they've said no. So I don't know who's on the list, but I am excited to see what's going to happen.
I mean, do you think, I know that you don't want to talk about your favourite pal, Naismith, but do you think he's fell on his own soil ground? Because by signing kind of like young Gandan and players like that, not playing them, he's asking for trouble there. And that's why Hearts are kind of bottom at the moment.
Yeah, probably. I don't think he helped himself with, I said it before, he didn't help himself with some of the systems and formations that he played, not picking players that he should be playing, like Jan Dander, for example. So I don't think he helped himself. But then I'm thinking, right, Naismith is gone. You've got Liam Fox in, and yet he still doesn't start Jan Dander. So it's two managers now not starting him. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't think he helped himself. But again, I said it when Naismith got sacked. It's not just about him. The players have let the fans down as well as the club. They're not performing to the level they should be. Now, Saturday against Ross County was a better performance. We created chances, didn't take them. We have to be better tonight. You know, I'm glad that he's kind of playing the 4-2-3-1 formation because that's the formation I prefer, but they've got to go short tonight. Like I said, I don't know much about Minsk. I don't know how good they are, but I'm intrigued to see what we're going to do. But we have to start well. We really have to start this game well. It'll be weird, though, because on TV, you'll probably hear them talking to each other because there's no fans there. So it's a very different atmosphere.
Is there any Hearts fans allowed to go green with it? I don't know. Is there no policy game?
Well, I think some Hearts fans did travel. I don't know how many. I think some did travel.
Yeah. Good evening to Sean and Neil on YouTube. I always wonder what football teams people always comments in, but I think Sean gives the game away. Come on, Hearts. But you've got a green logo, mate. So I don't know if you're a Hibby in disguise. I'm not sure.
No,
but
he's definitely travel.
No, okay, cool. So yeah, hopefully Hearts will win tonight. I mean, Graham, what you make of Craig Gordon? I think he'll, Brennan has experience tonight.
I've said it before. I love Craig Gordon. He's a legend, but for me, Xander Clark should have started. He's our best keeper just now. I don't think Craig Gordon's form's been great recently. Understandable. He's getting older. He came back from a double leg break. Xander Clark for me is our number one. And this is the thing I said start of the season. I didn't like the fact that Naismith came out and said he didn't have a guaranteed number one. For me, it definitely is Xander Clark. He's done nothing to get dropped. I know he had an injury, but he's back now. I would have started Xander Clark tonight. But hopefully Gordon has a really good game. But I think Xander Clark's the number one. Xander Clark's the future, not Craig Gordon. As harsh as that might sound, because Gordon's been brilliant, Xander Clark should be the number one goalkeeper, in my opinion.
How frustrating are you, Glenn? Because obviously, Hart came to Celtic Park the other week, and that was the first game back after the international break. And a lot of Celtic fans and a lot of people in the media were saying, well, it's because Celtic players were travelling miles away. But obviously, you've got to give a bit of credit to Hearts because, I mean, I thought they played well for large parts of that game. And that's maybe like the only decent performance Hearts put in. And I know they get beat that day, but that was they kind of played well for large parts of that game. And then other game that's just been as you were. So how frustrated are you to see that?
Very, and it's funny that our two best performances of the season were against Rangers and Celtic, both the teams that should be hard teams, but we've actually played well against both of them. Yeah, it is frustrating because the games that we should be winning, especially at home to likes of Ross County, Dundee United, we've been really poor. Our away games as well against the likes of Motherwell and Dundee have been very, very poor. So it is frustrating. I know that Stephen has said start of the season that he thought Hearts would fall away, and it looks like he was right. But yeah, it is frustrating. It's frustrating for everybody at Hearts, and the players know that as well. What I don't like is the fact that players always come out and say, "Oh, we'll get better, we'll make it better." It still hasn't changed, because we're still in the position we're in. But tonight, a European night, it's a big occasion for the club, and this might be the game that sparks it. If we were to win tonight, that could be the game that changes everything. If we win tonight and then go to Pittodrie on Sunday and win, then things change very quickly. We know that football can change very quickly, but tonight has to be our starting point. We have to win this game tonight. I think the one thing that's lacking is confidence. We've not really got any. Now, we know that Lyon Fox sent us to the game on Saturday. We weren't celebrating a 1-1 draw with Ross County, which is fine, but there was a bit of a reaction. We saw something. We need that again tonight. Like I said, I don't know what to expect from Dinamo Minsk. That's what worries me, because I don't know what to expect. So I hope we're at the top of our game, and if we can get a win, it would just breed so much confidence into the team.
I know that they say in football, Graham, that it's it's you get into a rhythm of winning games, but it can also work the other way as well. So how concerning is it if the Hearts goes into a wee run of things as well, especially coming up to the international break, because Sunday's the last game before 2 weeks?
No, you're right. Winning's a habit and so is losing. If you're on a losing streak, it's very difficult to get out of that. So that's why I think tonight is really important. I don't think we'll get anything out of Pittodrie, because Aberdeen are flying just now, and we're basically flying from Azerbaijan to Aberdeen. But we've come down, to be honest. But yeah, it is difficult. We've got difficult fixtures, but going at the international break without a single win this season would be really, really disappointing. And it's going to be hard for a new manager to pick the players up after that. But I just think that one win could spark things. I said this a few days ago as well. If you look at the games last season, we were on a bit of a poor run, went to Celtic Park. Nobody gave us a chance. I certainly didn't. We won 2-0. They went on a 12-game unbeaten run. So things can change very quickly. And that's what we're hoping that happens. If we win tonight, it could just spark everything. The players then get confidence. They go into Sunday thinking, right, we can win this now. But the longer it goes on without a win, it does get more difficult, because you start getting into that cycle of, we're just not going to win here. Hopefully that can change tonight. It has to change at some point. Why not tonight?
I don't like to look back to the future, Graham, but like Naismith's sacking them, 6 games into the season as well. Do you not think it would be a right move to make that change in the summer? Because I'm just thinking about if a new manager gets appointed in the international break, he's not going to work with the players maybe for 2 or 3 days. And I can't remember the first game Hearts back after the international break, but he's not got a lot of time to work with them when they all come back.
No, I don't think anyone saw the decline in Hearts. Naismith had only just got a new contract about 7 weeks ago after that Rangers game. And I think most Hearts fans probably thought, yeah, fair enough, right decision. And I don't think anyone expected us to fall apart the way we have. It's been massively disappointing. And I know that folk have said, in media and stuff, it's very harsh to sack him. It wasn't. You can't be sitting bottom of the league at Hearts after 6-7 games. You can't be doing that. So the right decision was made. It is difficult now, because the new manager coming in won't have a transfer window till January. But he's got a very good squad there. I've said it previously, it's a very, very good squad. I think it just needs a bit of work done to it in January. But right now, I think any manager coming in, it's not like he's got to do a lot with the squad. He just needs to pick up a bit of confidence. The one thing he's going to have to do in January is get players in that have got pace. Because I've said it before, we've no pace in that team. And again, looking at tonight, we've not started anyone that's got real pace in the team. There's no Vargas, there's no Oda. We've not got a lot of pace in that team. And that is a big, big issue. And I know I said a couple of weeks ago, don't agree with Michael Stewart, but he talked about that. And he was right. You don't have to be a genius to work out we've no pace in that team. But I think when the new manager comes in, whoever it is, he's got a very good squad to work with. You're looking at guys like Danda, Spittle, Shankland, Penrice, Kent. You've got very good players in that team. They've just not got the confidence just now. So it just needs someone to come in and turn it around a little bit. And yeah, once January comes, see where we are in the league, and then hopefully bring in 2 or 3 really good players that have got pace in the team, because that is sadly lacking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember a season gone by, Glenn, when Hearts started the season so poorly.
It's the first time in over 100 years we've not won our first 10 games of the season. It's crazy. I mean, there's been moments in games we've looked all right. Even the Falkirk Cup game we got beat, we should have been 4 up in the first 20 minutes. We didn't take our chances.
I saw the highlights. Yeah, you were the better team. Yeah.
Yeah, for most of the first half, we just didn't take our chances. Same again on Saturday. We had chances against Ross County. Unfortunately, most of them fell to Campbell Devlin, who's not a goal scorer. So it's things like that just go against you. So we have in spells played okay, but we're not getting results. And that's what football's based on. You need to get results. Hopefully tonight, if we get a few chances, we take them. My worry is, though, that we keep conceding goals. Again, the goal we lost on Saturday is a cracking goal from Ronan Hale. But we can't keep leaking goals like that. We can't keep going a goal behind to try and get back in the game, which again worries me tonight. Because I think Minsk have got a bit of pace up front. So yeah, we need to try and score first. If we can score first, build on it, or even sit back and just defend it a little bit, then fine. But we can't afford to lose the first goal tonight. Because I hate playing catch up. Because all teams, I've said it before, all you've got to do against Hearts is give us the ball and then sit back, because we can't break you down. So if Minsk do get the first goal tonight, my worry is, can we break them down?
I mean, I think Hearts' confidence is low at the moment, and I think if Minsk scores the first goal, then it might be a cricket score. Hopefully not. But I mean, if it's like one each and Minsk kicks a league, it will be interesting to see how Hearts can deal with that.
Yeah, I don't want a Dortmund Celtic game. I don't want something like that to happen to us. But the way we're playing just now, these kind of things could happen. But yeah, I think I say it every week, we have to start well. Have to start on the front foot. We have to really get after this team and see how comfortable they are under pressure. And hopefully, now that Shanklin's got his first goal, he might go on a goal scoring run. Because last season, 31 goals. This season, 1 so far. He has a chance of just not taking them. So yeah, tonight's a big game for everybody. It'll be a massive confidence boost if we can score the first goal and then build on it and see what Minsk are like, see if they like being under pressure. But we have to start well. We've got to take the game at them and have a go at them. Now, I think a few folk have now said that it looks like it's going to be a 4-3-3 formation rather than 4-2-3-1, which is good. It's an attacking formation. I'm fine with that. But we have to, again, I don't know, it's what we always say, take the game in stages. But again, I don't know what this team's like. So it's difficult to know if that's the case. But I want us to put in a performance, play well, win the game. That's what I'm looking for.
And the atmosphere, what atmosphere? Will be totally different tonight as well. So both teams might have to come to the situation that that there's not going to be atmosphere there in terms of Hearts fans backing the Hearts fans and the men's fans, but you know what I mean. So it's going to be a totally different atmosphere. I mean, you mentioned as well, Glenn, about scoring goals. I mean, Shanklin last season, he scores goal for fun, and he scored a goal the other day and all the rest of it. But it's all right scoring goals, but you've got to shut the back door as well, and that's what Hearts has not been doing.
Yeah, we've kept 1 clean sheet all season. That was the opening game against Rangers. It's not like they didn't have chances either. But yeah, we have to start defending a lot better. But the thing is, last season, one of our strengths was defending. I don't know what's happened this season. It's been a completely different thing. So yeah, we have to keep the back door shut. We can't afford to give away cheap goals, because that's what we've been doing all season so far, giving daft goals away. I mean, even Saturday, we're unlucky because Benny does really well to win the challenge and it falls back to Hale and he scores. But we're conceding too many daft goals. We can't do that tonight. We have to keep the back door shut. But if we get chances, we've got to take them. Even in the game against Victoria Pilsen away, we had chances that game, didn't take them, and then lost the home leg. So we have to take chances if we get them. It's not just Shanklin, it's everybody. We can't keep relying on Shanklin to score goals, because as has been shown, if Shanklin's not scoring, nobody else is. So other folk have got to step up here. The likes of tonight, you've got Blair Spittle and Barry Mackay in the team. Both players who can score, they have to start doing that tonight. And players that come off the bench, likes of Oda, Boyce, Vargas, if they get chances, you've got to take them. But I think we need to stay in the game as well. I want to get to half time at least still in the game and then try and change it if we have to. But I want us to see us score first and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we said about Celtic the other night. Obviously, it couldn't work. And we, against Celtic and Falkirk and all the rest of it. It's basically a theme that I'm talking about in the show of the week now about a team getting a game in stages, and that's like tonight. Just because there's not going to be any atmosphere whatsoever, and just because Hearts is away from home.
Yeah, and I think it's the unknown as well, because, like I said, I don't know what this team are like. I don't know what this team are like. I don't watch Belarusian football, so I don't know what they're like. And it's going into the unknown. I think Minsk are used to playing with no fans as well, which again is going to help them more than it helps us. But it will be a strange atmosphere. The players are going to hear every shout from the touchline, which they wouldn't have done before. So yeah, it is going to be a strange atmosphere for us. I think Minsk are used to it, but hopefully, they take the instructions on board from Liam Fox. And again, it's really strange having Liam Fox in charge of this game. I don't even think he would have seen this coming weeks ago. So yeah, it's different for everybody tonight. But I want to see how we start the game. If we start on the front foot, if we create a few chances and take them, then it could be a good night for us. But if it's another, like what I've seen for the last few weeks, another slow build up, having possession but doing nothing with it, then it'll be another long night.
Yeah, another long night. Hopefully, it doesn't for Hearts as well. But I mean, in terms of do you think going back to this point about stages and keeping it tight as well, do you think the Hearts game plan will be to go out attack from the first whistle, or keep it tight for like 15, 20 minutes and then?
It's tough to know because it depends what Minsk are going to do. I think there's every chance that we might kind of sit back and try and get a bit of possession, just try and get everybody a touch on the ball, make themselves comfortable with the surroundings, and then see what the team are like. I think what we'll try and do is maybe hit Shankland early and see if we can kind of get layoffs and stuff, but it'll be interesting because honestly, I keep on saying that I don't know what Minsk are like. I don't know what to expect. I've never watched the Belarusian league. I don't know what it's comparable to. I would hope that Hearts should win in this game because we are ranked higher than this team. They are the lowest team in our group. So it's a game that should be winning. But again, it doesn't always happen. I said we are favourites for the bookies just because I think we're a higher league than them. So it will be interesting to see what happens. But we need to start well. I'd like to see a start on the front foot. That's what Liam Fox, I think, likes to try and do. And I hope that happens tonight. But I keep on going back to it. We can't afford to lose the first goal because if we do, our heads will just go down. And we can't afford that.
By the way, Graham, just in case any Minsk fans are tuning in, I don't know why you would tune in for, because you wouldn't understand our accent, but thanks for watching anyway. And that's why we're talking about Hearts, and we like a Scottish team to do well and all the rest of it. But that's the thing, Graham. We don't know anything about this team whatsoever.
No, I mean, obviously Liam Fox and the coaching staff will have watched them. They'll have other videos of them. But as a fan, it's difficult to know what to expect from them because I've never seen them play. I mean, I've heard the name, but I've never seen them play before. I kind of had a look at the last couple of games, and they do kind of play a 4-3-3, a bit like what Hearts doing tonight. So I think we might have matched them up. But it's that unknown. It's not knowing what to expect from this team, and not know what to expect from Hearts either. That's a worry for me as well. What am I expecting from us tonight? Hopefully a performance, hopefully a win. But I genuinely don't know what to expect.
Would you take a point now, Graham, just to get the confidence up a wee bit? And
yeah, probably would actually. I think I probably would take a.
Especially away from home.
Yeah, I think because if it was at home, definitely we want 3 points. But because it's away, because there's no fans there, I probably would take a draw now if offered it.
Yeah, but then again, if you win, that's a bonus as well. But I mean, if you take a point away from home, doesn't matter where it is, Barcelona, Minsk, or whatever, Inter Milan, you would bet your hand for a point off the now because it's so difficult. Because usually when you go away from home, Hearts were going to take a couple of thousand to the game, and the home support will have the majority, and you never know, they might be noisy and whatever, and but I mean, you see it in the big Champions League nights and European nights when when teams go to big skiggy and they can't hear each other because of the atmosphere.
Yeah, that'll be different tonight. You'll hear everything on the TV now because there's fans there. But and again, it's this new format as well. So, a point's not a disaster. We've still got a few more games to play. So it's not like it's a home and away leg that, you can take them back to Tynecastle and win the game. This is a one-off for us in this game. So it is interesting. I think we've got games that we can win. This was one of them. We've got Omonia Nicosia at home, a game that I think we should be winning. There are games that we should be winning. You look at Kilmarnock, I've got two of the teams that we played, Cercle Bruges and Copenhagen. I don't think they're particularly great sides. Hearts could maybe get results off those two. But again, it's about how we perform. And this is what Liam Fox said a few days ago, which I like. He said, it's about what we do. And I like that. Because I think at times Naismith was a bit too... I think he worried about the opposition too much. And I don't think Liam Fox is doing that, which is good. I want to see what we do. And hopefully we perform tonight. I mean, listen, if we don't play well but win the game, I'll be delighted. But I'd like to see both a performance and a victory, just to give us some confidence going into the next round of games.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's a bonus tonight, Glenn, because obviously there's no fans there. Hopefully there'll be no kicking noises over the cat. Remember in Scotland, like nobody, you could see nobody was in the stadium, but they still played the fake noises over the Canrig, and it was a bit kind of false and a bit kind of whoa, Hopefully they don't do that tonight.
Nah, I don't think they will. I mean, COVID was a crazy time. Listen to the fake music and that fake noise coming out at the start of the stadium. It was a very weird atmosphere. Hopefully I don't think that'll happen tonight. But again, it's just the unexpected. You just don't know what to expect from this game tonight. The fact that there's no fans there, it'll be a very strange atmosphere. You can hear everything that's getting said. The players will hear everything that's getting said for the touchline. It will be strange. You'll probably hear the football as well that you wouldn't normally hear as well. So yeah, it will be strange. And hopefully, again, another thing that I should say as well, hopefully Hearts don't lose their discipline. I don't know what this ref's going to be like tonight. So that's another big thing. We need to keep our heads as well, especially like Cameron Devlin, who likes a tackle. We need to keep our heads. We can't afford to go into 10 men tonight. We need to keep 11 men on the park.
Especially away from home as well. I mean, obviously we spoke about Hearts this season not being brilliant, but do you think it's made it worse about the game against now I can't remember who Hearts played in the qualifying round for the Europa League, and the Hearts they were very passive that night, Graham, and you were saying about they were very slow as well. So do you think eventually the wheels just came off the bus?
Yeah, I mean, it was Victoria Pills, and actually the away leg we were fine. I thought we played quite well, got a 1-0 defeat, unfortunately, on. But the second leg, I was obviously that with Maladi, and I thought we've got a chance here. They're not a great side. We were so bad. Like we had one shot on target. It was terrible. And we've never really recovered from that, I don't think. And there's been a lot of games this season that have been exactly the same. Slow build-up, slow tempo, no pace, no energy. There was a little bit more of that on Saturday, but we still didn't win. We need to see that same kind of tempo tonight. This is what I want to see tonight. Having that energy, having that tempo, having that press. That's what we need to see tonight. But again, it's just that unknown of what to expect tonight.
Yeah, no, how vital would Craig Gordon's experience play a part tonight in the game? Because, I mean, we're talking about the game, but we don't know anything about the opposition, so it's difficult to kind of get a feel for this team.
Yeah, I mean, Craig Gordon's been there, done it, bought the T-shirt. He's got plenty of experience. It will be vital. But like I said, for me, I think in terms of goalkeeping right now, I'll be starting Xander Clark. I understand why he's playing Craig Gordon, because he's a fantastic goalkeeper, but he's not been at his best this season. But experience does help. There's a lot of these players that have not experienced this kind of European night before. Now, one of the big ones is Adam Forrester, 19-year-old coming up from the B team. Made his senior debut last week, and now he's playing a European tie. I mean, what a moment for him. It's a big, big game for him tonight. Again, maybe the fact there's no fans there might help. He won't have that kind of nervousness about him. So hopefully he'll do a good job. There's another couple of youngsters on the bench as well that might come on later. So I am pleased to see that Liam Fox has actually included some youngsters in there. And it's a big night for everyone tonight. But there's no doubt experience is going to be key tonight.
Okay, before we finish off tonight, told you it's going to be a quick show. And I've painted my wall again. I've been busy today, Graham. They will be back at 10 o'clock, looking back at the Hearts game, hopefully with a victory away from home. And Rangers is at home against Lyon. At 8 o'clock, we'll be joined by Andy on the show, our resident Rangers fan who'll be joining us on the show. Just a quick word about this game at 8 o'clock tonight. What are you expecting, Graham? A full house tonight, you would say?
Yeah, and I think I'd probably be thinking Rangers could win this game. I think Lyon are on a good side. There's a big battle between James Tavernier and Wilfried Zaha. If Wilfried Zaha's on his game, he can cause a lot of problems. He's a cracking player. But Rangers in the Europa League are a different animal. I don't think they've been great in the league, as everyone knows. I don't think they were great against Hibs last weekend, but they got the win. But European action, they tend to do very well, especially at Ibrox. It'll be a very, very big night for Rangers. This is a game they'll look at and think they can win this game. Like I said, Lyon are dangerous. They have quality in there. But Rangers at home are a very, very good side in these games. So I think Rangers might win this. But honestly, that battle with Zaha and Tavernier could be crucial.
Yeah, because Tavernier has been caught out more than a few times this season, and the season going by as well. So it'll be an interesting battle, but it'll be good to see European football back at Ibrox.
Yeah, it will be, absolutely. And like I said, Rangers just seem to have something about them in Europe. Again, maybe it takes away from the league form a little bit. European games, there's maybe nothing to lose really. But they've got a very good record in this competition. And I think this is a game that they'll fancy. The fans will be up for it. Ibrox should be absolutely fantastic tonight. It should be a really good atmosphere. And again, a bit like us tonight, if Rangers start well, start on the front foot, get an early goal, that'll just get the crowd on their side. And again, it'll be interesting to see how Lyon react to that. But Lyon have got a lot of experience in their team. They will, again, fancy their chances in this game. So it will be a difficult game. It will be a tough test. But the way Rangers play in these competitions, I think Rangers will fancy it. And yeah, I mean, Tavernier gets a lot of stick for his defending. He's going to have to be fantastic tonight because, honestly, Wilfried Zaha is a quality player. And if he's on his game, he could tear him to shreds.
I think that's the difference between Rangers and Hearts tonight, albeit we know Hearts is away and no fans there. But in terms of Rangers, if they get the first goal, they'll have 12 man, basically, the fans get to back them, whereas Hearts has got one man, and it's Doug, as I say, to support them.
Yeah, it's a very different experience for both teams tonight. I mean, when Rangers were that back, and the Rangers fans will be up for it tonight. Absolutely, some of the players, and they've got to go out and give their team. If you look at the last game against Malmo, Rangers were fantastic. Won the game 2-0. Should have won by more. We said that to Andy on the show. Now they're back at Ibrox, so fancy the chance to get another 3 points on the board. So yeah, it will be an electric atmosphere tonight, and Rangers will fancy this. But then so will Lyon. Lyon will come here with no fear. They're a good side. They will come there with no fear. I think Lyon will probably try and dominate possession. But again, a bit like us when I'm talking about chances, if Rangers get chances, you've got to take them. Now, we've talked about Cyril Dessers before. We've talked about his finishing at times is a bit erratic. He can't afford to be like that tonight. If he gets chances, he's got to finish them because he might not get many.
And see, when you look at this game, Graham, in isolation, you would be thinking it's a Champions League game.
Yeah, it probably should be. I think both teams probably should be Champions League sides, but it's a cracking tie. To be fair, there are quite a lot of decent matchups in the Europa League. Some really, really good games to look forward to. Ours in the Champions League as well. Like even last night, Aston Villa beat Bayern Munich. What a result that was for Aston Villa. So yeah, there's a lot of really good ties in these competitions, and this is what this Europa League is for. It's a fantastic, fantastic night for Rangers tonight if they can get 3 points. And we know they've got difficult games to come. They've got Man United and Tottenham to come. That is not going to be easy. Even as poor as Man United are, that'll be difficult. So they've got big games to come. And if they can get 3 points on the board tonight, that'll be a massive help.
Yeah, there were some brilliant goals last night, Graham. I don't know if you saw the highlights. The the Juventus, the Juventus goals, and was it the Milan goals as well, or AC Milan? I can't remember. Anyway, Liverpool says, I don't think Rangers can win tonight. I think Lyon can win, but there you go. Okay, so I told you it's going to be a very quick show tonight. So thanks for joining us, and we'll be back at 10, hopefully talking about a Hearts and Rangers
Come on,
victory
Hearts!
tonight, or even a point. Would be brilliant if Phil come on say yes, Gigi would take a point, but no, you would take 3 points at home, I think. So we'll be joined by Andy at 10 o'clock on the show. So yeah, come back at 10.
Come on, Hearts!